Let's welcome in a very, very special guest now. The management at Waree Group is now with us, and they're going to talk about their expansion plans and trends, of course, in the solar sector. Mr. Hitesh Doshi, CMD at Waree Group, is with us. Sir, if you could just first talk about the trends in the solar sector, and then we can move ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and good afternoon for inviting me again. Solar sector, the trend is, we know the new word is the now new energy and the energy transitions. So the sector is doing very well, and we believe that it is going to be a much faster than it was in the past. And we are seeing now the panels on many roofs, and they are going to increase day by day. Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Doshi. Good afternoon. Anisha this side. Just to begin with, if you can tell us about your business in terms of which segments you are in, what's your capacity like, what are your key clients, and where do you stand in terms of the ranking of the overall production capacity in the country?
Thank you. We have started a solar panel manufacturing in India in 2008, and since then we have been a leading manufacturer in the country. We offer also the complete solution, right from the solar pumps, rooftop, large-scale project, to any specific applications panels required, right from the vehicles to the space. So we are in a quite range of the products, services. So we offer ourselves as a complete solar solution provider. And this we do not provide only in India. We work globally. So panels are made in India for the world. That's what we call for the Waaree. At present, we have 2 gigawatt, which is operational capacity, and 3 gigawatt is getting ready, which will be completely operational in the next 4 weeks' time. And that will make us a 5,000 megawatt module manufacturing capacity. We are also planning to set up the cell manufacturing facility, and for that the work is going on. So this is a little bit about our capacities and the plans.
Right. So, if you could just tell us about the trend in solar. I mean, for a lot of time, people did not believe it. A lot of private investments did not happen. Wind energy had its own challenges, before solar actually picked up. So, where is the sector now? Or can you talk to us about how it has evolved in the last few years?
Yes, there are definitely many challenges being in a power and the new technology and new industry. But if you look back 10 years back, probably, or I will say when we started Waaree in 2017, in India, we do not had even a 2 megawatt installation. And we recently crossed only in solar a 50,000 megawatt installation. The plans which has been committed in the COP26, there we need a 500 gigawatt entire the green energy. And that say about we'll need at least 30 to 50 megawatt year on year till 2030 to achieve these plans. So what we have done in the past, in the last 10 years, I will say, we are planning 70% of that year on year in the coming years. The investment, yes, it is coming in. We are seeing many companies globally now. Of course, on a power generation side, there is a huge investment in India and globally. On a manufacturing side, for last 3 years, a lot of private investment have started coming in now, and it is growing much faster.
But Mr. Doshi, I was reading a report from CRISIL which really suggested that only 20% of the capacity is actually utilized of what we have in terms of the overall capacity in India of solar modules as well as cells. What would you say to that? And they also point out that over 80% of the annual India requirement is actually met by imports.
Right. This was a problem, and government has handled this. I will say probably in the last quarter, we may see about 90% of the modules we are using in India. They were imported, even if ALMM approved capacity is over 11 gigawatt today in a country. And there are many applications for getting more approval. So these numbers definitely indicates that the local capacity utilization was much, much below even 20% or lesser than that. But with this in budget or before the budget, all the steps taken by government, not only to increase the local employment and economy, but for energy security. The ALMM is implemented in the country. 40% duty has been announced in this budget. And this gives much more confidence that the local capacity will not be only utilized, but we believe that almost 50 gigawatt capacities are going to come under the PLI, which the bucket list is ready. And in this budget, it has been approved also now. So as soon as this get the allotments to the bucket list manufacturers, the capacity will increase, and we believe that the entire import will stop in this country.
Right. So, how efficient is solar versus some of the other, power utilization? Some people have some myths that, solar investment cost is very high versus other per megawatt, but rate cost is, raw cost is cheaper. Can you just tell us some economic metrics and how they have changed over the years?
Right. We, over the years, when it started in 2008 and 9, the cost of the solar power was 18 rupees a kilowatt hour. And the latest tender we are seeing, it came to the 2 rupees and 35 paise, even after considering the 40% duty on a module and the ALMM approved module. So this gives a clear idea how the technology has evolved. So definitely today, solar is not only it doesn't make only the economically best sense, but I will tell you about the deployment. The deployment of the solar power on the ground after getting all the permissions, land, and the grid connection to put a 100 megawatt plant, it is possible to set up between 3 to 5 months. So solar is very easy to deploy. The second beauty of the solar is you can set up the plant where you want. Wherever you have the home, you can put up the plant, or wherever the agriculture consumption is there, you put the plant near to that. So this is called a distributed solar, and this benefits of saving of the transmission cost or wheeling cost and losses for that. So it's not only the economical or fastest, but it's a huge advantage in a country like India where we have a 300 plus sunny days, the distributed solar. So generate the power where you want to use it. That's what we call it.
Sure, right, Mr. Doshi. That point is taken. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking with ET now.